Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today we're going to do some more window shopping, bid buying, bargain hunting. We're going to go over to Ahonex and we're going to try and trap down some of these really inexpensive cards. Now, it's an auction, peer-to-peer auction, so I may get a terrible price, I may get an excellent price. If you wanted to see what I'm doing with this site, how I'm trying to make profit while enjoying the game of Splinterlands, then stick around. Otherwise, check out the next video. So we got the Pirate Captain here. He's currently priced at 2200 DEC, and there's 2 minutes 35 seconds left in that sale. It's an active gold foil card, and this is actually a really interesting card. It has Inspire at higher levels. From a wild perspective, from for certain niche, older investors, collectors, this card is definitely valuable. At 2200, it's an amazing steal. It will go for more. I can click on it and I can see other auction. So Champ Destroyer's bidding on it. Oi Guy bidding on it, and Haven bidding on it. It's hard to say. These are across days, so it looks like Champ Destroyer is the only one who's actively bidding on it, at least today. No, in the last 4 days. But I expect in the last 20 seconds, there'll be somebody who'll come in hard. Now, I went over to Peak Monsters, and I established that the Gold Foil Alpha has a bid on it, and I could sell one BCX to this person for 7,500 DEC or $7. And so if I can buy this card off of Ahonex for 6,000 DEC or less, it's going to make me a $1.50. And so I'm going to try and do that. But then also simultaneously, I've noted that Ahonex is another sale coming up immediately afterwards. When we click on ending soon, we can see that there's the Alric Stormcloak Gold Foil Beta. It's a 1cc, and it's going for 3,000 DEC right now. Does it have multiple bidders? Looks like it kind of does. In the last, so I bet this thing will... This thing's interesting to me. There might be more margins here. There's a high bid of $8, which there's no way this is going to go for under $8. I would bid sort of $14-15 on this and try and put a market sale in. And if not, just sit on it and hold it for long-term land. You know what I mean? Put it to work on my land. We're running out of time, so I'm going to go back to Ahonex and get ready here. You need to think this stuff through and kind of prepare yourself. Even get Flesh Golem, I should queue that up and see if that makes sense, because it's going to run out too. Cryptmancer for $5. I got to quickly check that. I'm running out of time though. You don't get a lot of time between bids. You got to kind of figure this stuff out ASAP. $3 on the Flesh Golem, was it? Okay, let's go back to 28 seconds. So I'm going to go 5,069. Let's see that. That'd be a profit for me. 16, 15, boom. Confirm. We may or may not get it for that price. If we get it, I'll consider it fortunate, because frankly, I've underbid. I'm leaving profit margin on within the context of the no, somebody took it for 6,666, which is for them a good deal. It's a good deal for them. Somebody also bid 61.1. Oh, I can't spend too much time on looking at that one. I gotta skip over to the Alric if I want it. And let's try and put in a real bid on this thing. Let's go. I'm happy. I'd be happy to buy this thing for 15,000. Let's see about that. I don't think I'll win this. And here's the problem. My DEC gets locked up. It takes time for Ahonex to get it back to me, but I'm going to give that a shot, because if I can get that thing for $15, I'm going to consider that a real flip opportunity. There's a 50% or more sort of opportunity. It looks like I won it. Wow. I came in way higher than I needed to. So this is the fun too of it. My immediate reaction, joy in winning. My second reaction, disappointment that I overpaid. But did I overpay? If we come into the marketplace and we look at, the market value is $30. Now somebody was high bidding. They were trying to essentially make a buck on the sale. And I go, well, I'm just going to list it right now for, $20, 25, and I'm going to see what happens. And if it doesn't sell in the not too distant future, I'm probably putting that thing on land. That's how I do this. Now, come back over here. We go ending soon. What else we got? The Flesh Golem's probably done in my ramblings. Yeah. There's 30 seconds on Cryptomancer, $5. Do I want a Cryptomancer? Cryptmancer. So if I could do that for let's see. If I could get it for $5, I will. Let's see. Does that go make its way through? I think I won that. No, somebody's got 7,000. Okay. Go back to ending soon. $7. That was a dollar profit for somebody. And that looks like it's it for now. So come back in 20 minutes if you want the frost line. And that's interesting, but there's not going to be huge profits on that. Even if you buy for 500 DC, it's going to be like a $2 card, I would think. There's 2 of them. Let's quickly check. So look, it's just irrelevant to me. I'm not going to stick around for that. So again, Ahonex, interesting opportunities. Let's go over to Peak Monsters and I'll list that. Alric. If you can make a buy where you're happy and there's long-term hold potential, maybe flip opportunity, that's where it starts to become an interesting proposition. If this thing sells for $30 in the not too distant future, or $25, I'm going to be a very happy man. So let's come in here and we come and sell. Looks like the last one sold for $29. I'm going to go ahead and say $27 and just see if somebody takes a bite of that. And if they don't, I'll throw it on land. A $15 gold foil summoner. Yeah, I'm happy to hold that thing long term. I'm really happy to hold. That's an amazing summoner. I'm really happy to hold that thing long term. If for $15, I feel like it's a reasonable price. I would have gladly paid less, but it is what it is. And this is the fun of, trying to maximize your efficiency within a system like this one on Ahonex, where you can do this peer-to-peer auction. You have to be thoughtful about what other people are willing to do. If I thought that through a little tighter, maybe I would have made an argument for myself about how the bid buys $8, come in at 12 and see what that does. But 15, I think, is going to prove to be a bargain. And maybe in next, if this ends up selling in the not too distant future, I'll come up and make a follow-up video just to say, profits confirmed. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for your time and attention. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you're using Ahonex, let me know in the comments below. Bye for now.